Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Wilson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short on 4th down on his Corey Bajorquez to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Herbert. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
They got lost in the sauce.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
It's intercepted by Jaquan Brisker.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it third down. Herbert. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A first down carry for Barkley, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This time for Justin Herbert. He's got his tight end fan, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Looking sideline, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. his hands. They're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Scott to return it.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Wilson. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Here's 2nd and 10.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard with touchdown number 8 on the year. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Mooney. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. There's Mooney with another catch. A gain of 6 there on first. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. So the completion gets him just a yard. And just like that, it's third down. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Hardman to return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Wilson now to throw on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Oh, the return is Scott. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Herbert. The man is Komet, the tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before the break for Herbert. And he floated one out there incomplete. So we have coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a third down. To throw is Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Herbert. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hardman on a return. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the former 2nd-round pick. It's Kyler Gordon.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. From the shotgun, Wilson.
And that ball is caught by Garrett Wilson.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson finding Hardman here over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert swinging this out for Pollard.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Herbert off of play action. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Herbert on 1st down now. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Herbert now. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Important extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out. And the football will be on the 25-yard line. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down 14-10. A minute 35 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Wilson. And Wilson with it, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Wilson to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Herbert. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Here's Wilson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Throwing now is Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.